My name is Leon. I just got drained by the Silver Dragon Queen. And now, she's trying to sweet-talk me and saying that she bring me back to visit more. Clearly, she's planning to repeat what just happened. Stubborn as I am, I decided to walk back to the Silver Dragon Sanctuary, but encountered the Dragon Slayer army on the way. I can't even ask for help. Roswitha will kill them too. What should I do? Is there any way to solve the current situation? The current location is near the Empire's border city, an unknown corner. The Silver Dragon Queen was happily tidying herself up, like a rose freshly nourished by morning dew. But Leon, he was not so lucky. He lay on the ground, tears streaming down his face helplessly. His own waist just suffered a huge impact. Roswitha smiled and turned to look at Leon. I was quite pleased with your performance just now. Leon looked at Roswitha with disdain. This pathetic state he was in, it was all her fault. Roswitha approached Leon, her fingers touching his chest, and looking at him with a hint of teasing smile. How about I bring you here to visit your hometown every month? Leon quickly distanced himself from Roswitha and leaned towards the big tree behind him. Bah! I know you're just thinking about how to drain me dry. His sharp mind quickly saw through Roswitha's true intentions. At least you're smart. However, Roswitha didn't care in the slightest. After all, she still had 1,001 ways to make him submit. Let's go. Our daughter is waiting for us at home. She turned his back to Leon, spread her wings, and prepared to take him back. Wait! Just then, after putting on his clothes, Leon called out to the ravenous Roswitha. As a proud dragon slayer, I won't let you treat me like prey and drag me back. I can walk on my own. Even though he had just been drained dry, the so-called wise man's moment had arrived. Perhaps this was nothing more than Leon's fleeting burst of bravado in the face of his emptiness. Roswitha stood behind Leon and kindly reminded him. It would take me at least 3 hours to fly from here to the Silver Dragon Sanctuary. For a human, it would take at least 10 days to 2 weeks. Leon walked forward without looking back. Just 10 days and a half months. Don't underestimate our human endurance. Leon, determined as ever, decided to use his own feet to measure the distance between the Empire and the Dragonlands. I'll see how long you can hold out. Since Leon had decided to do this, Roswitha had also decided to accompany him and saw how long he could hold on. However, after walking for a while, Roswitha was not tired yet. Leon was already out of breath. Roswitha looked at Leon, panting with relish. Can't you walk anymore? If you beg me. Leon quickly replied to what Roswitha said. I'm not tired. Who says I'm tired? Roswitha saw right through him. He was just putting up a front. There's no part of you that's tougher than your mouth. As much as Leon was annoyed with Roswitha, given that there was indeed a place in his body that was already soft, all he had left was his stubborn talk. In the distance, the sound of hooves echoed through the trees. The two of them looked in that direction, and there it was, the Dragon Slayer army patrolling the forest. Great! These people might help me get rid of that she-dragon ... Just as Leon was about to rush out and get help, Roswitha suddenly glared at him. He felt a chill down his spine for a moment. He sensed that Roswitha was behind him, staring hard at him. Wait. If I call for help to them, Roswitha will undoubtedly kill them without hesitation. For the sake of the Dragon Slayer army's safety, Leon absolutely couldn't ask them for help. After all, seeking their assistance now would be like sending them to reunite with their dearly departed. Huh? Hold on a moment. Leon had no intention of seeking help any longer, but the squad leader of the Dragon Slayer army spotted them. Did you get lost? Leon turned his head to look at the captain of the Dragon Slayer army. He was caught in the middle and doesn't know what to do. He needed to find a way to protect this dragon-slaying army. No, we're just wandering around. He forced a smile, knowing that compared to being drained, he certainly didn't want to see these men lose their lives for nothing. I can't pull innocent people into this. Now that is true selflessness. This forest isn't a safe place to wander. There are plenty of dangers and wild beasts. How about I guide you? The squad leader dismounted and walked toward them. He reached out his hand to shake hands with Leon. By the way, my name is Walker, the captain of the Empire's Dragon Slayer Army's 47th Squad. If Walker got any closer, Roswitha would surely take action. Please don't come any closer. Leon thought silently and waved his hand quickly, trying to find a reason to deceive him. Thank you for your kindness. But we have also learned some self-defense training and can protect ourselves. You look a bit familiar. Have I seen you somewhere before? He couldn't let Walker keep thinking about it. Leon was panicking. If he was recognized, it would spell trouble. Roswitha clearly sensed that something was wrong. Her hands had already begun to gather magic power, intending to strike first. Oh no! Leon sensed her intent to attack and knew he had to act quickly. In a swift motion, he grabbed Roswitha's hand and pulled her into an embrace. Roswitha was taken aback. When did Leon, who hated himself, take such initiative? But in that moment, Leon whispered to her, "I'll go back with you, but cooperate with me for now to send them away." Roswitha looked at the man in surprise, but she quickly understood his intentions. "Sir, you must have mistaken me for someone else. I have a very common face. My wife often mistakes me too, right?" Feigning affection, they nestled together, looking like a loving couple. Then I'll take my leave and not disturb your romantic moment. Seeing this, the team leader didn't want to disturb the seemingly loving couple, so he wisely chose to leave. As they watched the Dragon Slayer army leave, Roswitha impatiently said, "Have you not hugged enough yet?" Roswitha's words made Leon instinctively jump back and keep his distance from Roswitha. After Leon let go of Roswitha, she moved her stiff body. Roswitha looked at Leon with a serious expression, as if she was about to say something important. "Leon, you're very smart. You didn't ask for help from them, but one thing. You need to understand your position. We have a child, but it doesn't mean I'm your wife." Although he didn't understand what Roswitha was trying to prove, what she said echoed his own thoughts. I never thought of being your husband. Let's go. We still have a long way to walk." After speaking, Roswitha turned around and prepared to leave. However, at that moment, Leon seemed to feel some discomfort. Leon gripped his hand tightly, letting out a low groan. A sharp pain surged from his palm, where a burning sensation had emerged. As his vision blurred, he could still make out the distinct wound seared into his hand. Roswitha heard the sudden sound of falling to the ground behind her, and looked back to realize that Leon was unconscious. "Did you faint?" Roswitha thought Leon was just pretending to faint. But when she spoke out to ask him, she didn't hear a response from him. Such a fragile human. Purple flames ignited around Roswitha, and in the next moment, she transformed into the appearance of a giant dragon. She picked up the unconscious Leon and threw him into midair, while Leon landed smoothly on Roswitha's back. "Well, this time I'll take that as your plea for mercy." With a powerful beat of her wings, Roswitha took to the skies, flying toward the rising sun, carrying Leon with her.